He came on the show arrogant. He came on the show yelling, screaming, talking crazy. You understand what I'm saying? Like, he even said today on CNN that I baited him into saying that. Like, yo, that now is not the time as an old white man to be blaming your bullshit on black folks. Okay.
No, he misspoke. He misspoke.
He didn't misspeak. He said what he wanted to say. And listen, I'm not even mad at what he said. Like, that's not my point. My point is simply this. It's what I said after he said that. It's not about voting for Trump. It's about what are you going to do for my community? Why the Democrats in particular? Because black people vote for them 90% of the time in all elections. Okay? Right? Throughout our lifetime, right? The women that's constantly sleeping with us and, letting us do whatever to them, that's the woman that's going to come to you and ask you for something, right? Mm-hmm. And she should. So being that we support them 90% of the time in all elections, that's the party we should be going to and asking for something. That's where our votes, I think, have the most power with that party. So what's wrong with asking the Democratic Party for demands for black people?
Nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong with it. But what I'm saying to you is, when they talk about the policy and they give you the policies and they give you better policies that was ever implemented for the black community, there's got to be a point where we got to say, all right, we going for the guy.
Listen. I need some policy commitments, man. I need a black woman running mate. He already committed to having a black woman on the Supreme Court.
I don't know where you go. So you say, I forget Biden. I ain't getting the talk I want. Let's let Trump rock for 4 more years.
You play poker, right, Joe? You've played poker, right?
I'm not good at poker.
Me neither, but I understand the premise of it, I think. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm not committing to nobody until I see that individual commit to the black community in a real way. And he was on CNN today, and he said verbatim damn near, he said, yo, we got to atone for America's original sin. That's the kind of talk I want to hear.
I've been hearing that talk. Even at the presidential, when they start talking about systemic racism, when they start talking about this is the first time I heard them even acknowledging all this. And I think like Bernie, you know what I mean, guys, what's her name, Elizabeth Warren, for pushing those issues. You know what I'm saying? That was to the forefront. And
I really think if the pressure wasn't on him right now, I really think Amy Klobuchar would be his running mate. Amy Klobuchar, who let off 24 police officers in Minnesota, Minneapolis. I don't know, yo. I don't know.
Mr. Charlemagne, your man was at the last string over there in North Carolina, and it was Black America that came out and said, yo, they voted for Biden, and they made him the nominee. The guy ain't crazy. He ain't on drugs. At least we don't think so. He know he got to do something for the black community. This has never been more obvious.
I agree. Listen, I agree with you.
Just because he give a compliment to Amy Klobuchar, I don't believe so.
They vetted her.
And listen, everybody who's on here, whether you Charlemagne fans or you Fat Joe fans, Fat Joe is not viable. This is a conversation I'm having with my brother, because there's a lot of folks out there that could be persuaded, because, we have big platforms and we big personalities. And all I'm trying to say is we only have 2 candidates. I've never met Joe Biden. I don't know him. I don't get no money from Joe Biden. I don't give a fuck. We're just talking about real shit right now that our community has to hear. It's as simple as that.
Absolutely. For these things during the primaries, y'all clearly weren't paying attention. Every single presidential candidate on the Democratic side that came to the Breakfast Club, we wanted to know what your black agenda was. We made it clear to them that if they didn't have a black agenda this year, they was going to have a hard time getting the black vote. We asked every single candidate about reparations. That's why for the first time in a long time, you had about 4 or 5 candidates who all had black agendas. Elizabeth Warren had a black agenda. Mayor Bloomberg had a black agenda. Mayor Pete had a black agenda. I'm missing somebody. But they all had black agendas. It was like
Cory Booker.
He didn't. Cory was the first one. Cory got caught out there because he was the first candidate to come out of everybody last year. He did not have a black agenda. He tried to hit us with the a rising tide, lift fall boats rhetoric. And we don't want to hear that no more because we know black people ain't got no fucking boat. And if we do got a boat, it got a hole in it. So it don't rise when America rises. So when he got caught out there, that's when everybody started to realize, like, okay, we really going to have a black agenda this year. Castro, Lindstrom just reminded me, Castro had a black agenda. Yep. And
listen, my brother, I ask anybody who comes on here, and you know it's a big show, Charlemagne. You know I've had the biggest coming through here. Like this show on fire, Charlemagne. This is a big show. Self-made. You hear me? Now listen. I want to hear your top 5 of all time.
Rappers?
Yes.
I actually got a top 7.
No. It ain't hard, top 7. Top 7 ain't as hard. Because then you can throw in the, you know what I'm saying? You can throw in the top 5.
My top 5, my personal favorite rapper of all time is Ghostface Killah. That's my personal favorite rapper of all time. Ghostface Killah. Then Hove. Then Scarface.
Ooh.
Then Killer Mike.
Killer Mike, one of your top 5.
Yeah. Then Killer Mike. Then T.I. And then yeah.
That's 5.
Can I do 2 honorable mentions though? Just 2 honorable mentions.
2 honorable mentions.
I gotta say Nasir Jones and Jeezy are my 2 honorable mentions.
That's hard. Yeah. Like Jeezy.
Yeah.
You know, Jeezy, man, I remember when Obama got elected, man, we ran to the club and they played My President is Black about 1,000 times. And,
I was here. I was in the club. I was actually living in New York. I was in the club that night.
Killer Mike, I love him. I love Killer Mike as a person, as speaking his mind. I don't know if he would make. He's a dope rapper. I don't know if he would make my top. He wouldn't make my top 5.
But the ill thing about Killer Mike though is he raps the way he talks. Like the person that Killer Mike is reflected in his music, and it's always been like that. Like I first met Mike in like 01, 02. And the same person he is now, he's always been that person. Just
I see you on the verse. I love Killer Mike. I know him too many years.
Yeah.
I see you on the verses the night I was going for Scott Storch. My brother who gave me my biggest hits, and you going for Manny Fresh, and you really thought that Manny Fresh would beat Scott Storch?
In my heart, if I'm thinking logically in my head, probably not. But my heart, growing up down south in South Carolina, yes, Manny got them joints. I knew it was going to be a lot closer than people thought it would be. Like, you had it like 20-0. Like, stop, Joe. Like, that was just ridiculous. Stop.
Listen,
stop.
Yo, Manny
Black
Fresh
that ass up as a Negro spiritual.
Yo, listen. Manny Fresh is my guy. Like, I've hung out with him and his wife, and me and my wife. But Scott Storch got the biggest hits in the universe, bro. I knew he didn't have a chance. Like, Manny Fresh, yes, he started Cash Money. He got the sound. He's that dude. He's the culture. He was up against a big monster.
So what do we say about Scott when, you know, they're talking about Dre battling people, right? What happens when Dre battles people and he plays seven of those same songs?
Charlemagne, they'll all break your heart, man. They all work with each other. They'll all break your heart, man. When you come out, when the Kanye battle come on, you know, Travis might text like, yo, I did that with you. Like, it's like everybody who's the greatest rapper, greatest producer, they all work with each other. It's, all of them. Timberland's on here now. Swiss is on here now.
I remember when Timberland was calling Scott the Piano Man. When they was doing diss records back and forth.
Nah, they had a battle for real.
I remember that.
Yo, it's crazy because, it's great because I love Tim and I love Scott. And I remember Scott came and played me his diss record in the Maybach in front of my house. I'm sitting there, I'm like, yo, this is out of control now. Like,
Did you make some calls?
No, it's out of control.
But no disrespect to Scott Storch, though. Scott Storch is phenomenal. He's a amazing producer. That's one of the reasons I like the verses, because it's a lot of people that should be getting flowers who not getting flowers. I don't think
who's the ultimate battle? Who would you love to see ultimate battle? I got mine's already here.
Ultimate battle, man. I don't know. I think, it would be a good one. It's almost like Big Brother versus Little Brother. I think Hov versus Kanye would be very dope. I think Hov versus Kanye would be very, very dope. Because those are very, like, you're talking about two of the best catalogs ever in the history of rap, solo catalogs. So to see those two would be, like, incredible.
You know, my ultimate battle would probably be Kanye and Pharrell. That's the ultimate battle because they both produce for everybody. They both. Yeah. That's the one that I'll lose my mind if it goes down. You know, and yeah, Charlemagne, I'm scared to ask you this next question. So, did you hear when I said nobody could beat Eminem?
That's not true. Some bunch of rappers that'll watch Eminem.
Nah, man, yo, Charlemagne,
what are you talking? What do you mean? You mean it's like a versus or a versus rapping?
In a versus.
Yes, I can name 7 rappers right now that'll watch Eminem in a versus.
You name 7 rappers that'll watch Eminem.
Jay-Z will watch Eminem in a versus. Kanye will watch Eminem in a versus.
Let me explain something to you.
Lil Wayne will watch Eminem in a versus. DMX will watch Eminem in a versus. A versus?
I think we're going to have that. I think we're going to have DMX, Eminem. Now, when I'm telling you, when that fan base get on them verses, if you think Nicki Minaj got the Beehive or who's Beyonce's crew? What's Beyonce's crew?
The Beehive.
The Beehive. And you think Nicki Minaj got the what's the girl she got?
The Barbs.
The Barbs. You're gonna see the stands on there, and we're barely gonna get a talk in.
Yeah, but that don't mean that his 20 will be better than anybody I just named. I think T.I. will watch Eminem in a versus. 20 songs versus 20 versus.
Stop, 20. Man, they all my friends. Everybody you mentioning is my friends.
Eminem. So Joe, you was right. Joe. You just throw Eminem on in the house.
I'm media now. I need them to come on my show, man. You gotta stop. You trapped me under the bus.
I'm not knocking M. It's just that I never related to Eminem's music like that. I never wanted to kill my mother. I never wanted to kill my baby mom.
All right. Yo, it's entertainment. Yo, you gotta stop, Charlemagne.
I wasn't into that.
So you never been into Eminem?
Listen, I acknowledge Eminem is one of the dopest rappers of all time. I do think that, if he was black, he'd be Redman, because I think Redman is just that phenomenal, right? I think Redman is just that phenomenal. Redman is really, really phenomenal. He's one of my favorite rappers of all time, but Eminem wouldn't just be... No, he won't. M is acknowledged he gets a lot of his shit from Redman, though.
No, I agree. Redman is phenomenal. He's one of the most underrated rappers in the history of rap music.
That's a fact.
He is that nice. Him and Tretch. Him and Tretch.
Yes.
Naughty by Nature. They're both two underrated, phenomenal artists. But Eminem, let me tell you something. It's certain rappers. It's Big Pun. It's Jay-Z. It's Nas. It's Eminem.
Nas will watch Eminem versus.
Who?
Nas will watch Eminem versus.
Y'all listen, bro.
I'll take the whole Capital Punishment album.
Y'all listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. You're not gonna get your comment in when you try to diss Eminem on the verses. It's gonna be so backed up. It's gonna be so clogged up. You're not gonna get a comment in.
But the music
got the most. He has the most loyal fans in the universe.
But the jazz music, he still got to play them songs. Like my name is.
Stop.
Hi, my name is.
Yo, yeah, that's a big song. Compared to what?
No.
Hi, my name is. That's gonna beat song.
That's gonna beat Lil Wayne or Millie, or that's gonna beat T.I. What you know about that?
Might.
That's gonna beat Jay-Z. You don't know. That's gonna beat DMX. Get at me, dog. No.
Listen to me. It might. We talking about Eminem. The guy been number one his whole life.
That's because there's more white people in America than anybody else.
So who you gonna be on the comments? So now we gonna run him out of here because he. Yo, you gotta stop.
I just don't see it. In a version, if it was a battle like rhyming, I'd be like, M can get with anybody. But song for song, M ain't got no club bangers.
Songs for songs. He got songs. You just put Killer Mike on your top 5.
For lyric, I like his lyrics.
There's some people that don't know Killer Mike's music, man, out there. Right?
What Eminem song plays in the club?
I know he got songs that play in the club, man.
Right.
No, Eminem got songs that play, but they're different. They're different artists. Listen, there's different artists, but it's different lanes to everybody. The reason why hip hop is so beautiful is so diverse. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, I can love,
Hey, DJ Camilo said the biggest club song M got is Lean Back Remix.
Yo, Camilo gotta stop. Nah, y'all gotta stop. Yeah.
Envy said M got 0 club records.
So Envy's on here commenting. Yeah, Envy, you gotta stop. So, okay, it's gonna happen, guys, and y'all gonna be very upset.
M's gonna get embarrassed. If M go against DMX, he's gonna get embarrassed.
Yo, the boss lady's on the check, and happy birthday, dear Mitchum. I love you.
What up, Coach? What up, Coach?
You call her Coach?
Coach, man, that's the boss. I don't know what I would do without them.
She's the boss, and she's my sister. And what's crazy about there is I am the first and only artist to ever be her friend, like as a friend. And it's just out of love. We don't talk about music. We talk about the barge. We talk about the barge. Feel like all the light-skinned guys. I ain't gonna lie. God, I'm telling you. I'll be sure her top 3 is the barge, Babyface, I'll be sure. Like, she got a problem with it. Like, but I feel the same way. I love the barge like that and Babyface like that. I had Babyface over Teddy Riley. You know what I'm saying? That was just me because I love songs and
that was a tough one, man. Those are 2 gods. Those are 2 icons. Like that should have been a true celebration. Like that's the architect of New Jack Swing, and that's Babyface, probably the greatest R&B songwriter ever. Like you can't like certain things you can't say who's better. Like, you know what I mean? Not like nah. Certain ones you can't. Certain ones should just be celebration. Like Erykah Badu and Jill Scott, that's just a celebration for me. I can't say who's
Womanhood celebration.
Yeah, I can't say who's better. I love both of them. I can't say who's better. Only thing I can say without a shadow of a doubt.
Jill Scott and don't kill me, Charlemagne. Jill Scott got away with almost like the Manny Fresh, where Manny Fresh plays some records that if you don't live in the South or New Orleans, you don't know him. Up against #1 hits. Jill Scott, she played some of the most beautiful songs I ever heard in my life. But there was a couple she played that meant so much to her that we didn't know.
I knew every single one of them because my wife, those are my wife's two favorite artists, Erykah Badu and Jill Scott. I've been to so many Erykah Badu and Jill Scott concerts. I've been to the Sugar Water festivals. Like, if Jill Scott is in town, we going to see Jill Scott. If Erykah's in town,
I love
we going
that.
to see Erykah.
I love that. I'm the same with Keith Sweat. I'm the same. You know, my wife, she loved Young Jeezy, Mary J. Blige. I've been to 10,000 Mary J. 10,000 Mary J. concerts, and every time it feel like brand new.
Absolutely.
That's what's so amazing about Mary and her concerts. It's like every time I go, I feel like it's brand new, and so you know, so I go. I like being a fan. I love going to the concerts. I love you know, just being a fan. You know what I mean? I don't really like to be backstage. Eric B is on here. Every time I go to an Eric B. Rakim show, he get mad at me. They want me to be on stage with them and hanging out, and I want to be in the crowd. I want to feel that. I want to be, you know, Mary J. against who? I don't know. You know,
Mary J. will watch anybody.
Huh?
Mary J. will watch anybody. Mary J. versus everybody. Mary J. will watch everybody. Catalog. 20 songs, Mary will watch anybody, male or female. Male or female, Mary watches everybody.
I agree.
Mary will watch Eminem.
The other day, you gotta stop. The other day we had Keisha Cole. I mean, Ashante here, and I just said to myself, yo, what if you battle Keisha Cole?
That's a good one.
And the other day, I was up in the balcony, and I played Keisha Cole Essentials. And I was like, oh, no, this shit would be a battle. Like,
that's a good one.
They would have
that's
to win a battle. Keisha Cole and Ashanti.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
My brother, man, God bless you, man. Thank you for coming on.
Joe,
appreciate you. I know we went a little bit overtime, but you know, we was talking that real shit.
I appreciate you, King.
Love you, my brother.
My brother. Peace, love.
Charlemagne.